really short weather window. It is sometimes very difficult to make time between these islands because, for example, after tomorrow, it's going to blow 40 for about 4 or 5 days straight through here. So it's basically impossible to come across this when it's like that. In order for us to get to this next weather window, we've got to average about 7 knots. Good morning. We are just about to leave Caleta Silva and we are headed to Caleta Brecknock. Today it's about a 57 or 58 mile sail. We're hoping for a nice wind shift for the winds to shift a bit out of the north, and that's going to allow us to do quite a bit of sailing. I'll show you our route here. We need to take this up through here, through these islands, and then onto here in Caleta Brecknock. This right here is the Pacific Ocean. There's some real big wind and swell that comes up through here, and especially maybe some real big wind and swell that comes through here. So we expect to see more ocean-like conditions through this, and then especially we need to time ourselves with weather in order to go through here, because this will be very challenging because we can have a lot of wind and swell coming straight off of the Pacific through that. We are also waiting for a little bit of a wind shift this morning, and so you can see here, this is my strip chart, and this you can actually monitor the wind as it moves. I've also got our sail steer up here on our B&G, which you can see our true wind right now is right behind us. We actually want it to go up just a little bit over here in order to show that wind shift is a little bit more in effect. But the shift is supposed to happen right around 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock right now, so we are going to get moving.
I am ready. Dinghy's on the side.
Stern lines.
Yep.
We'll start the engine.
Okay. Look out for kelp.
Hey guys, it's about 9:30 in the morning and we are finally under full sail for what seems to be a long time. In actuality, I think it's been just about a week of mostly just using the motor through the fjords. We used the sails a little bit in Senopia just to sail by the glacier. But since then, there really hasn't been a good angle or wind speed in order to really get the sails out. We could have maybe tacked up some of the fjords, but the problem, as you guys can see here, is that the wind is very inconsistent. It lightens up a lot and then it blows really, really hard. So right now we've got about 10 knots of wind and we're doing 7.5 knots, and our wind angle is about 70 degrees from the boat, which is just forward of the beam, which means we're on a very tight reach or just cracked off of upwind. So this angle works really, really good for the boat. We're seeing winds between about 10 knots and 20 knots, and we're supposed to have gusts up to 25. So we've got our second reef in the main right now, which kind of just gives us a little insurance policy and lets us adjust for these puffs. We've got a nice, easy heel angle. It's a good cruising angle, and we're making just enough speed to make our destination. So if we need to increase our speed later, we will. We're not going to go at this at full speed. Right now we're just going to kind of cruise along and keep a nice, try and stay above 6 knot average, and that's against the current as well. So you guys see we're doing 8.3 right now, but our speed over ground is probably about 6.5. There's a big current that's against us. So we need to keep pushing against that until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Then the current should change, and then we can have a little bit of current boost to get there. Okay, more later. I'll see you guys. Enjoy your coffee this morning. I need to go get some.
Ooh, 9 knots. We're in a really big wind shadow of this island that's over here. There's a couple islands, about 3 of them. We've got to go through this narrow pass right here. So we decided to kick the motor on and push us through this pass. Well guys, welcome to the Pacific, right over there. It's just how I imagined it. Surrounded by lush green islands, turquoise crystal clear waters, and bright blue skies. And so warm, I can just wear my bikini. Oh no, wait, that's the Panama Canal. Wait, I forgot where we were for a moment. We're just popping through the Beagle Channel here in Patagonia. So, it's not really any of those things, but we are surrounded by islands with cool blue waters and a foggy, rainy sky. That makes us appreciate the sun even more. We're waiting to get up around this little island up here, and then we're hoping to roll out the gym. And Curtis might be rolling out now. We're on a really short weather window. It is
sometimes very difficult to make time between these islands because, for example, after tomorrow, it's going to blow 40 for about 4 or 5 days straight through here. So it's basically impossible to come across this when it's like that. So we either have to make a very small weather window to get to the next place where we can stop, or we have to wait for 4 days back there. So in order for us to get to this next weather window, we've got to average about 7 knots. If we drop below that, then we're going to have to anchor in the dark, which is also something you don't want to do here. So we're pushing it just a little bit, but I think we can make it. And that's why we're using the engine to assist us along when the wind lightens up or we don't have a perfect angle.
Clip and Curtis, that's what we call him.
Yeah, so we gotta go down. Ready?
Ready.
I'd like to start that process.
Okay. You got the sails while I'm filming?
Yep, we're coming down about 10 degrees. When you're turning down like this, you have to let the main out in order for the boat to be able to turn down. I don't mean to be Mr. Teachy Know-It-All, but we know that some more beginning sailors watch as well. So for you advanced sailors, you guys know this already. But when you're trying to steer your boat away from the wind, if you have your mainsail really tight, that's just going to push your boat back up into the wind. So in order to turn down away from the wind, you have to let out the mainsail a little bit. And that'll let the boat go that way. How's our course look?
Pretty spot on.
Not too bad?
Not too shabby.
All right, we'll take that. I'm gonna go check out the telltales here on the jib. Need a couple cranks in. It's pretty good. These are some real hardcore fishermen down here. You can imagine they're out here fishing. We sail around Cape Horn and call it, woo, a big deal. These guys fish around Cape Horn all winter long down here. So these guys are like the Alaska crab fishermen, but they go out on a little bit smaller boats. Tough guys. Check them out. got to run down this little section, which is right along the edge of the Pacific Ocean. We're going to hide behind a few islands, and then we're going to pop into another little seno, they call it, or a fjord. And we're going to take that fjord up to a place called Breathtaking, which is supposed to be one of the most magnificent anchorages here. We'll let you guys be the judge of that when we get there. To be able to hide behind these islands out of the swell. These islands.
Why is that funny?
I don't know, because there's islands on both sides, right? So to be able to hide behind these islands over here and over here is really nice. It takes away all the swell. It also takes away the wind, which is kind of a bummer because we were having a great time sailing.
Oh yeah.
We were really scooting right along.
I'm glad we got up early and got out here.
I don't want to get your gloves wet. Mine are soaked, babe. They're like sponges.
Oh, okay. Look at all this current. Buoys. Jib in, jib out. Jib in, jib out. Sailing, motoring. Sailing, motoring. At least we're sailing.
Right. Dolphins on the bow. Better than editing videos?
Better than editing videos, making sandwiches and coffee, charging cameras and transferring footage.
How does it feel? How does the helm feel?
Woo. Oh, the boat feels great. It feels like a big old laser right now.
I'm fast we going?
We are going, oh my gosh, we're going 8.5 knots. It's 16 knots of breeze. That's pretty fast. Not too shabby. Saw some dolphins, saw some seals. This place never disappoints. We might not see them every day, but maybe every other day.
What's right over there?
What's right over there is the open Pacific, but we're not going there yet. We can see it now. Woo! We're on a beam reach. True wind angle is 16, or I'm sorry, true wind angle is 116. We are on starboard tack. And puff on. Woo! Woo! Come on, 9 knots! Come on! Yeah!
Well guys, we're burning some more diesel fuel right now. We decided to turn the motor on and just drop the mainsail. As you can see by the wind angle right there, -8, that we're just almost directly into the wind. So Kate dropped the autopilot on and I went up and took the sail down, and I think we're going to be under the motor all the way until we get to the Caleta, which is Caleta Brecknock, here in about 10 miles.
This little red triangle is us, and then this pink line is the route that we would like to take. And here you can see it gets quite narrow with some tall mountains up in here as we make our way into this fjord, which I think is called Seno Occasion, or Seno Occasion. And then finally our little Caleta all the way back in here next to these beautiful lakes, which is supposed to have some great hiking. So whew, let's enjoy our last pitch in here with our breeze shooting down from the Pacific. Wow, it's right there. There it is.
Zoom way out. We're about on a nice angle to the Marquesas right now. Just keep on going right out.
Yeah, let's just keep going. El Nino, El Schmino. I say that now. Boink. wow, that's super fresh. We found a little lake here that leads to a waterfall by the boat. Hopefully we got that on film when we were coming in, because we might leave early tomorrow morning. If not, we'll enjoy this little spot a little while longer. All right, my foot's getting cold in this cold water. Let's head back. Roxy, stop eating the stick.